Okay, I'd like to skip over a couple of the points just briefly before we go on to diabetes and my own personal journey about diabetes. Yeah. So, number one, you can only cure yourself. Don't forget, no matter what anybody ever says to you, you can only cure yourself. Period. Full stop. That's it. Yeah. All the body wants to do is survive and repair. Yeah. We just get in the way. The body's major operation is to survive and repair. We just get in the way. Sorry about that. Disease or symptoms. Yeah. Never treat the symptom. Cure the cause of the symptoms. Yeah. Don't treat. Regenerate. That's the bottom line. Excuse me. Now there are only 3 causes of all diseases. Yeah. The 2 main ones are toxicity and acidosis, as I've said, and then to a lesser extent genetic weakness. Yeah. And don't forget, the pharmaceutical industry wants us all sick and all taking drugs. That's how they make their money. Yeah. We are all completely, uniquely individuals. All of us. We're all fingerprints. We're all snowflakes. So it's good for me. Need not necessarily be good for anybody else. Yeah. Just slight variations, slight vibrations. This is what makes us all. So glorifying your uniqueness. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nice one. Another big point to make here. Insulin is a protein type hormone. Whoa. And of course this new human monocomponent insulin. Yeah. You are what you eat. Yeah. Important. Okay. Now the last thing I want to talk about before we go on to the diabetes section is about cow's milk. Yeah. Proteins in general and cow's milk and how deadly it actually is, especially for type 1 diabetics. Yeah. And I personally believe that cow's milk is absolutely 100% responsible for my anyway, let me just go on let me just say this to you now. Yeah? Cow's milk seems to be strongly linked to the onset of type 1 diabetes. Well, now, by the way, don't get me wrong. Jesus, cow's milk is a brilliant, great, fantastic food. Absolutely fantastic, yeah? It has all the RNA, the DNA, the proteins, the minerals, the nutrients, yeah? For a 3,000 pound animal, 1,200 and 350 kilo animal. And that's just not us, yeah? We are the only species on this planet who drinks another species' milk, yeah? Now, let me just... one more, I have to say this. This is so important, and basically, don't hurt yourself or your family, especially children. It isn't great for your teeth and your bones. This is bullshit. Excuse me, I didn't mean to curse there. It's just the advertising done by the National Dairy Board or whatever you want to call it. Please do not drink. Especially if you're trying to heal yourself of diabetes or any incurable, just don't drink it. You cannot heal yourself if you do. Yeah. Now. Let me see. The only milk that was ever designed for us, by the way, is our mother's milk. That's it. Period. Full stop. Yeah. Now, many stories have linked pasteurized milk consumption to diabetes. The antibodies produced to fight these altered, harmful milk proteins also attack the beta cells in the pancreas. Play havoc with the beta cells in the pancreas, actually. Yeah. The beta cells are in the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas, and their job is to secrete insulin. Yeah. And another major problem we see in milk, a big problem we see in milk, is the effects of recombinant bovine growth hormone. Yeah? This bovine growth hormone was created from the E. coli bacteria. It really sounds healthy, doesn't it? This growth hormone was initially created to increase milk production. Yeah? You can't keep bacteria out of your body. It's a natural process. Bacteria lives off, feeds, cleans, do you know what I mean? Feeders, cleaner, and it feeds upon your waste and the byproducts of digestion and metabolism. Yeah. So please, once again, do not drink cow's milk. Yeah. If you're going to drink milks, I would. If you're trying, I'll come on to that now with the diabetes. But if you're going to drink milks, drink nut milks, almond milk, some beautiful coconut milk, lovely, all very fattening, not great for diabetes, and I'll explain why now. With cow's milk, it has been estimated that the body can only utilise about 20% of the calcium, the so-called calcium, why it's good for your teeth and your bones and all, in cow's milk. This is complete, as I said before, yeah? There is much more usable utilizable, usable calcium in fruit juice than there is in milk. And don't forget, always remember, the more protein you consume, yeah, whether it's by milk or whether it's meat or whatever, the more calcium you urinate out of your body, yeah. So don't, if you want to healthy bones and teeth, don't drink cow's milk. It's a complete fabrication, a lie, a huge big lie, and a big money spinner, massive money spinner, yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about diabetes now, yeah. And the first thing, as we were just talking about fat there, the first thing I want to talk about is the role of insulin, yeah. Now, I'll have to read this because it's quite it's really interesting, yeah. What happens in the presence of fat that causes sugar to pile up in our bloodstream, yeah. It's a big problem. It's much more of a problem fat is than sugar. That's what I think. Now, this is all personally how I feel and what I think, yeah. It has to do with the pancreas under the direction of the brain. The pancreas is responsible for producing a hormone known as insulin, yeah. One of its roles is to function as a doorman, allowing sugar molecules in the blood to find an insulin receptor, yeah, in the blood vessel wall. The insulin can then transport the sugar molecule through the blood vessel membrane to the interstitial fluid, the fluid between the cells, that is, yeah, and continue to escort sugar across another barrier, the cell membrane, and into the cell itself, yeah. When we eat too much fatty food, a thin coating of fat lines the blood vessel walls. The cell's insulin receptor sites, the sugar molecules, as well as the insulin itself, yeah. These fats can take a full day or more to clear from blood, all the while inhibiting normal metabolic activity and preventing these various structures from communicating with each other. Yeah? Thus, too much fat in the blood impedes the movement of sugar out of the bloodstream. This results in an overall rise in blood sugar as sugars continue to travel from the digestive tract, stage 1, into the blood, stage 2, but cannot escape from the blood, so they can be delivered to the cells, stage 3, which await their fuel, yeah? When pancreatic function is sluggish, as happens when the pancreas is fatigued or overused, the adrenal glands serve as a backup mechanism. The adrenals produce the hormone epinephrine, adrenaline, which stimulates pancreatic function and effectively increases insulin production. Comprehending only symptomology and not the underlying fact-based cause, they tell us to avoid sugar, including fruit, of all sugars, full stop. Right? Sugars, I want to talk about sugars now a bit. Sugars are the fuel necessary for cellular life. Okay? Glucose and fructose are essential simple sugars, yeah, required to run your body, just as your car needs fuel to run, yeah. Simple sugars, and this is the big point for diabetics here, simple sugars require much less insulin than complex sugars. Remember that one now. Now, amino acids are your building materials and sugars are your fuels, yeah? Never use proteins, the deadly proteins as I was saying, never use proteins for fuels, yeah? This creates tissue damage, cancer and death, yeah? Proteins are building materials, not fuels. Really important, that one, yeah? Now, complex sugars like maltose, dextrose and refined sucrose must be broken into simple sugars before the body can use them, yeah? This creates heavy insulin requirements and also leads to excessive glucose causing fat storage. And you know the problem, yeah? So, by the way, all of these things that are leading up until now, you'll see now, you might have heard, Jesus, here he goes again with all these big words and all. I'm really sorry, I'm trying to make it as simple as I can. So it's when I go on to tell you about what I'm doing now with myself, it'll be easier for you to understand, yeah? Remember, like I said, don't treat, regenerate, yeah? Now, what regeneration means rebuilding tissue that is failing. And detoxification is the method used to remove the inflammations and toxins that have caused the tissues to fail in the first place. Yeah? As I've already said, there are only 3 basic causes of disease, the symptoms. Acidosis, which causes inflammation, leading to congestion, ulceration and atrophy or tissue failure. Yeah? Toxicity, which causes congestion, inflammation and cellular damage, thus leading to tissue failure. And tissue weakness or tissue failure itself caused by genetics, acidosis or toxicity. Yeah? And these three causes are behind 99% of all diseases. Okay? Now remember, regeneration and detox are interdependent. You cannot regenerate the body without detox. It's not possible. Yeah? They're the twin pillars of health and vitality. Yeah? Your body is a living, conscious machine. It can rebuild itself after surgeries. I said it about wounds, surgery. So why not after nerve damage or atrophy, tissue failure? Yeah? The truth is it can. It can do anything if you do the right thing, that is to say, of course. But it won't do anything if you're on a diet of dead animals and meat and milk and animal products and proteins. You just cannot do it. It's not possible. So you have to leave that behind, yeah? Now, regeneration has 3 main components to it. That's it. Alkalize, detoxify and energize. Yeah? All 3 work together and are inseparable. Alkalization is vital to tissue regeneration because it is anti-inflammatory. Yeah? It builds electrolytes for proper ionization, oxidation and neutralization. It allows for a proper cellular respiration and for disbursement of nutrients throughout the whole body. Yeah? Detoxification, of course, cleans and removes all the obstructions, irritants and stimulants. Yeah? This allows for proper digestion, absorption, utilization and, the big one, of course, elimination. Yeah?